Hello and welcome to Overanalyze. My name is Levi and today I will be covering District 5 1A. So District 5, it's east of Lubbock. It's south of District 2, so south of Turkey basically. But still east of Lubbock. It's kind of really where these schools are. So let's get into the teams. So the teams are got Patton Springs and Afton. We've got Guthrie, Jayton, Motley County, which is in Matador, Paducah, and Spur. So the four teams that made playoffs, they actually went 3-1 in by district in the first round, but then they all lost in area, so they went 0-3 in area. This kind of proves how difficult their area was. So let's see. So Jayton finished first in district, perfect 10-0. They lost to Borden County in area. They didn't actually beat Miami in the regular season. I do not have who their by district win was against. I just didn't put it in here. So they've got two seniors leading on an 11-person roster, but they do actually have a freshman point guard coming back, starter. I did watch some film. Gonna be good next year. All right, and then so next team is Spur. Spur lost to Sands in area. Can't really blame them. I'll cover Sands in a few days, but I will say that they were undoubtedly the best 1A team this year. So anyway, Spur went 8-2 in district. Their only losses were to Jayton. They've got, from what I could tell, about 4 seniors of 15 people listed on the roster. A couple people didn't have years listed, but their class of 2023 is really good. A lot of their minutes came from juniors this year, the class of 2023. Spur beat O'Donnell in by district, and then that was before losing to Sands pretty handily, I think. Let me check that real quick. Okay, come on. 11 points, pretty decidedly, I guess. Alright, so next team, Guthrie. So a bit of a gap between the two top teams and kind of the rest of the district. Guthrie went 5-5 in district, and they weren't really. I guess they just couldn't really hang with the top 2 teams. From what I could tell, those top 2 teams are very good. So Guthrie, they lost to Whiteface in area after beating Petersburg in by district round. So I said they went 5-5 in district. They were swept by the top 2 teams, and they split with Patton Springs, who finished right below them actually. So their games with Patton Springs were super close. I think they won by 5 and lost by 2, something like that. That is actually a pattern with these bottom 4 teams here, or I guess next 4 teams. Most of the districts, wherever they're very close, most of their games are very close. I see they have 1 senior and about 11 players, so they're returning most of their people, which is good for them. Because in a competitive part of the district where they are, they might be able to grab one of those playoff spots, maybe even repeat as 3rd. Alright, so next is Patton Springs. Patton Springs, they were the 1 team that did not make it to the area round. Of course, they were the 4th place team, so they're playing the 1st place team from the next district over, so they lost to Lorenzo. So their schedule says 3-6, but they are missing a Motley County game. They did beat them by 31 before, but as I'll get into later, Motley County did have drastic turnaround in the middle of the season. It does say that they played the playoff game, so That must, I don't know. So they split with Guthrie and Paducah. They lost by 1 to Paducah, which was unfortunate because they beat them by 10 the next time. There was no roster that I could find. All right, so then these next two teams, they did not make the playoffs, but I think that they could. I mean, this is very interesting. So Paducah, they went 2-8. They have 4 seniors on a 10-person roster. Sorry. They split with Patton Springs and then Motley County. That's really all I have on them. And then Motley County, they went. Maybe they went 1-9, maybe 2-8. But something changed the first time they played Guthrie, because I looked at their schedule and it's like they lost by 30, 40, whatever, and they played Guthrie and they only lost by 5. And then the next game they pulled out a win, and there was a drastic turnaround in the middle of the season, which makes me think that something could have happened. Maybe they got someone in the middle of the season. They don't have a roster uploaded, which is unfortunate because I would have been able to probably figure that out, but it is something to keep an eye on for next season. So, kind of running over on time, so getting into my final predictions for next year, Jayton and Spur, top 2. I've got Spur losing both to Jayton. And then for the bottom 4, I've got Guthrie at 4-6, Motley County and Patton Springs at 3-7, and Paducah at 2-8. So Guthrie, I got them splitting with Motley County and Patton Springs. Motley County splitting with Patton Springs and Paducah, so that means that they split 3 series for their 3 wins. Patton Springs, actually, the same story, same splits with the same teams. And Paducah, I've got them 2 wins, 2 splits. So this is going to be an entertaining district next year, especially for those last 2 playoff spots. Between these 4 teams, I really think that it could go kind of any way. It's especially unpredictable with no rosters for a couple of those teams, but this is going to be a district to watch. Maybe not necessarily to go far, but it's going to be an entertaining district season to watch it unfold. All right, so that's all I have for District 5. Tomorrow I will cover District 6, 1A. Yeah, thanks for watching.